everyone, my name is NewFlowerGirl, but you can call me Demi, and welcome back to another Aftertalk video. Today we are going to be talking about MotoGP and Formula 1. They were both in the same weekend, which was basically the last week of May. Today it is June the 1st, beginning of Pride Month, and we're going to be talking about the Mugello Grand Prix for MotoGP and the Monaco Grand Prix for Formula 1. So first of all, we're going to talk about Moto 3 as per usual. I actually don't have any memes to show this time, but we'll talk about what happened in Formula 1 a bit longer because lots of crazy things happened. But first of all, Moto 3, the DNFs were Scott Ogden, Stefano Nepa, Daniel Holgado, John McPhee, Dennis Foggia, and Diogo Moreira. This week, Ana Carrasco got a new driver, new teammate, because the teammate that she has now, that a new teammate, he wasn't actually 16 when the season started. He only turned 16 like the week of the Grand Prix, so that was his first ever race. And that person is David Munoz. He's a Spaniard, and yeah, he did very well. Yeah, Mugello. Last year in Mugello in the Moto 3, someone had an accident and he passed away. And a lot of the drivers remembered him before the race. For example, Yamanaka, who was his teammate last year. Yeah, he basically he had a shot for the win, Yamanaka, and if he got a podium or victory, it would have been for Jason Dubasquier. Yeah, but this time there were no serious accidents. Well, one, but that was in qualifying, and he only had to sit out. He couldn't participate, but he's still there. Yeah. Dennis Onchu started from pole, and he got basically pushed out by someone. I believe it was Tatsuki Suzuki, who basically pushed him, forced him to crash. But still, he finished into 2 points. He picked up his bike and carried on. Only 1 point, but that's fine. Yeah. The winner was Sergio Garcia, and in second place it was Ethan Guevara, and third Suzuki. And yet again, it was a strike, like a battle for podium or for victory for the top 15 or something. Like I remember last year in Barcelona, which they are going to this week, like this weekend. I remember in the last lap, it was like the top 15 were fighting for a victory in the last lap, and then there was a red flag code, and then there was so much confusion. Yeah, it was so much confusion. Like I was like, who won? Who won? Because normally when the red flag is called, it is when they get, it's the last time they get a start finish, and that's where the results are, when the results are taken. So even if you crash in that lap, in the last lap, and in that same lap the red flag gets called, anyway, it's on the moment the red flag was called, So yeah, I can't remember who won last year. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, that was a crazy race. Yeah. The hero Dennis Foggia did not finish. Like, he just had a high sight and crashed, and his bike was like somewhere in the middle of the track and people were avoiding it. People have been avoiding motorbikes laying down on the track this entire season. And no one has ever once, I'm gonna jinx it, no one has yet hit one of those bikes that were in the middle of the track. I mean, that's what reaction is for. That's what they do reaction training. Yeah. I'm interested. What is the standings for the Moto3? If it wants to load. Okay, so Sergio Garcia is still in the lead with 137 points. Then we have Aizen Guevara with 109. And then Jan Messi and Dennis Foggia are tied in points with 95. Interesting. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. Anyway. Moto2. Well, let's just say this one will go down in history. Or this one has already gone down in history. This Moto2 race. There's been a record broken during this race. Well, basically when the flag fell. Really. So basically there's been a new record for the youngest race winner in the intermediate class. Like ever. And that age is 18 years and 34 days. And that is the exact age, that was the exact age on Sunday of Pedro Acosta. And he won that race. So it makes sense. He won that race after a battle with Aaron Canet, who did not finish. He crashed out, unfortunately. The first one who crashed out of the race was Samkhya Chantra. Then Marcos Ramirez, then Lorenzo Dalla Porta, then Aaron Canet, Sam Lewis, Celestino Vietti, and Simone Corsi. Bo Ben Schneider, he had a massive ding-dong race. He started like 17, then he was 15, and then all of a sudden he was like up to 12, and then he was 15, and then he was climbing, and it was 7th, and then back to 15th, and then he finished 11th. Yeah, crazy race. But he kept like the big boys behind him, like Jorge Navarro, Mattia Passini. Yeah. And he was battling with some other big guys like Albert Arenas. On the podium, next to Pedro Acosta, were Joe Roberts and Ayo Gura. Yeah. It was a crazy race. Crazy, yeah. Barry Baltes unfortunately didn't get points. 16th. And Sonta van der Goorberg, 21st. I mean, it's better than last. Really. Besides, he skipped Moto3 to go to Moto2 after the Red Bull Rookies Cup. So I understand that he's still like having troubles. Yeah, we just have to give him time. So yeah. I won't say like how long, but I think it will be like till the end of the season. Which is still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 races, including winter break, to, you know, get back to it. the standings right now are Vietti still leads after quite a horrible race. Then Ayagura and Aaron Canet. So, oh wait, I just seen this. Vietti and Ogura are tied at the top with 108 points. Oof. Boban Schneider dropped 2 places into the championship. Is now in 12th. But hey, one more good race and it will all be good. Yeah. I think Nicola Antonelli needs to get needs to definitely get better, because he has finished in the he has never finished into the points this far, and last year he was like at the top. So yeah, he needs to improve 100%. Yeah, now we're gonna go to MotoGP. Man, someone got on pole who I never expected would be on pole position. If you can hit a doorbell, don't worry, it's all good. The person who was on pole was Fabio Di Giannantonio, and he was spending his entire 2022 season so far like in the gravel trap or at the back of the field. It's like, how did he get pole? I didn't watch it. I didn't have the time. One sec, I need to get this. My mom forgot her keys. Okay, so, yeah. Fabio Di Giannantonio on pole. Marc Marquez got a massive crash during the race. I'm gonna look it up for you guys, like, real quick. F11. I now have Windows 11 as well, so it's all a bit slower. Let me close those 2 tabs. Mark was Mugello crash 2022. Yes. We'll go and watch that one after. Press F11 again. Just because I can. Yeah. When I loaded up the race, because I was a bit late to the race, we had to wait for Formula 1 to start. I will talk about that later. Yeah. I loaded it up and it was like, wait, Marco Bezzecchi is leading the race? That man is a rookie from Moto 2, and he was leading lap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Before he got overtaken on start finish by the winner of this Grand Prix, which was Fabio Di Giannantonio. And once again, in 3rd place, Aleix Espargaro. Like, how does he do that? I want to know. He's gonna win the championship with being so consistent on the podium. And in 2nd place, Fabio Quartararo, who was getting close to Pecco Bagnaia. Marc Marquez had at high side. The retirements were Paul Espargaro, Juan Mir. Alex Rins is not going well with those Suzukis, and Enea Bastianini. Last one in points, Jack Miller. I do not know what happened to him. Probably a crash or something, but I don't know. What are the standings? Let's see. Wow, the standings are Quartararo leads with 122 points, followed by Aleix Espargaro in second with 114 points. Then we have Aeneas Bastianini in third with 94, and Francesco Bagnaia with 81. Yeah. Marc Marquez will undergo another surgery, his fourth surgery on his right arm ever since he had that horrible accident during the Jerez Grand Prix when they were just coming back from COVID-19. But yeah. Moving on. Formula 1 went back to Monaco. There was probably one thing you would all be able to predict. Charles Leclerc, DNF. Well, this race you were horribly wrong. He finished the race in P4, finally. The curse is broken. The Monaco Grand Prix curse is broken. But who did not finish? Well, Kevin Magnussen, Mick Schumacher and Alexander Albon. Mick Schumacher had a spin and crashed into the wall. His car broke in two, which is supposed to happen, I believe. But yeah, it was horrible to see. I mean, the last time we saw a car split in two like that, the car was on fire. But yeah. Sebastian Vettel is one of the guys who's never missed a Q3 appearance in Monaco. That streak continues. Even though he qualified in P10, still Q3, still in Q3. No, he finished the race in P10. What am I saying? Lewis Hamilton got stuck behind Fernando Alonso. That was fun to watch. It brought back memories from the 2021 Hungarian Grand Prix, where those two titans were fighting, and Esteban Ocon was just leading the race, fighting with Sebastian Vettel. That was fun. Guan Yu Zhou had a massive slip, but he held it together. I mean, yeah. It was raining. There was rain predicted for the race. We did not know whether it would hit during the race or like it would pass. Well, it hit before lights out, and they were waiting for like a long time to see like, well, when are they gonna, when will they start? Well, they drove 2 laps, two formation laps, and they were like, yeah, it's too wet. Let's go back inside. Pull up those tents. Get the tents ready. Like that, basically. And yeah, about 45 minutes after the time after they were supposed to start, which was the time they were originally going to start, it was 2 p.m. local time, which was 3 p.m. for me. Yeah. So basically, 3:45 they was gonna start. It was still a bit wet. They did a few laps behind the safety car, and they did a rolling start. Charles Leclerc from pole led the pack of 20, and they went off. They went racing, finally. And then there was a huge confusion, like a few laps before the second red flag of Mick Schumacher. They called Carlos in for pits. They put him on hards. And then on the radio of Charles Leclerc, you could hear, box this lap, no, stay out. And that really confused Charles, and he was very angry. Yeah. Then Silence had a sweeper on the finish straight. He saved it, he kept it out of the wall. But yeah. Then the second red flag was called, and they knew that they couldn't finish the race before 6 p.m. Our time, so 5 p.m. local time. So then when they did the restart, another rolling start, they at some point they just put a timer counting down to like 5 p.m. local time, and then when the time hits 0, it is 1 lap. Then it's like the last lap. Like that's in some other classes they do have that, where you have a timer, and then when the timer stops, you have 1 more lap, and then the race finishes. So yeah, that's basically what happened. Kevin Magnussen and Alexander Albon both had mechanical issues, but yeah. George Russell being consistent AF. So basically, for George Russell, I know his entire result pattern of this year. Bahrain was P5, Saudi Arabia P4, Australia P3, Emilia Romagna P5, Miami P4, Spain P3. You could expect, if you follow the pattern, that today he would finish P5, and you would be right. He did. So during the Grand Prix of Azerbaijan, which is not this week but the week after, he will finish P4. I'm just saying, unless he crashes, of course. But then the pattern is ruined. I hate to break up patterns. It's not pretty, broken up patterns. But yeah. The podium was Max Verstappen in P3, Carlos Sainz P2, and the winner was Checo Perez. And Checo Perez has signed with Red Bull until 2024. Yeah. And basically also, whenever you win a Monaco Grand Prix, they don't say you're a Grand Prix winner on the radio. They say you're a Monaco Grand Prix winner. Because Monaco is the crown jewel of racing. So yeah. Yeah, Pierre Gasly was actually the first one who went on intermediates. They all started on full wets. Yeah, he was the first one to go onto intermediates, and he was slipping like crazy, and then he drove the fastest lap several times, and then everyone was like, maybe we should go to intermediates, and the Ferraris were like, yeah, no, we're gonna extend and we'll go on to dries, we'll go on slick tires. Yeah. Lando Norris, P6, with tonsillitis, were not feeling well. And he said on Instagram and Twitter, just wait until I am better. And that basically means like I can do magic when I feel better, when I feel 100%. But like this is already magic. And I believe he got the fastest lap as well. Is this it? Is that one? No? Oh yeah. It's 1 minute 14.693 with 160 km per hour. So yeah, that's crazy. But now we're gonna go. Oh wait, the standings. I've got standings. Max Verstappen still leads. He wasn't expecting to extend his championship lead over Charles Leclerc, but you know, we've seen the memes. It's like Monaco is up next, 25 free points for Max Verstappen. Well, no, it was not 25 free points. It was more like a battle with 4 people. Checo Perez is actually closing up to Charles. 6 points between them. Max is leading with 125, Charles Leclerc with 116, Perez with 110, and then George Russell on P4, yeah, George Russell on P4 with 84. So yeah, I really think that the top 3 are gonna fight for the championship, because they are the closest ones. I mean, it would be awesome if Checo got the championship as well. Yeah. Good race. I loved it. Now we're gonna go to the crash of Marc Marquez. I think my sounds are still on. Yeah, my sounds are on. I'm gonna turn them off because you can hear them through my mic. And then I'm gonna go to the live. Oh wait, my things are not on. Okay, so this is the crash. Yeah, that's gonna be the crash. I will warn that it is quite a hefty crash. But here we go. So yeah, you can see the channel here of the person. So Marc Marquez is here in front. Yeah, he's there in front. And it was raining. And there he goes. I mean, it's probably not the best one. But look at the bike. And fire. The bike was on fire. And yeah, you can tell that it was quite big. It was quite a big crash. Yeah, it was big. I believe there are like others. This one, like, of course, advertisements help me. But yeah, drama, new era, inside, and yes. I'm not sure if we have sound, if we need sound for this, but I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, we do need sounds. I'm not gonna do that. You search for Mugello and you get Formula 1. What the heck? His bike is on fire. I think this one is better. There we go. And boom. This one is more in HD. Of course, advertisements again. Yeah, and that was also a red flag. Whenever there's fire during a race, it's always a red flag. No exceptions made. Even if it's in the pit lane, red flag. Even if it's out of the way of the track, red flag. Always. It's in the rules. You can't go and change the rules. Never. But I'm way out of time for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, then please leave a big fat thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. But that's it from me for now. I will see you guys in another video. Bye!